What happens when an IKEA cabinet install turns into a full home upgrade? And how do you keep the schedule intact when the client changes everything mid-project? In this episode of Kitchen Remodeling Success Stories, longtime remodeler Carlos Mendoza of Queen City Cabinet in Charlotte, North Carolina, shows how he turned a simple kitchen remodel into a home transformation without missing deadlines. You'll hear how strong communication, quick schedule adjustments, and client trust kept this complex project running smoothly from start to finish. And stick around until the end when I'll reveal a bonus tip about how to handle mid-project scope changes without disrupting schedules or making clients unhappy. Now, let's hear from Carlos about this kitchen remodeling success story. Better clients, better kitchens, better profits. Welcome to Kitchen Remodeling Success Stories. Learn from the most inspiring kitchen remodelers, one success story at a time, so your business can be a better kitchen remodeling business. Hosted by blogger and podcaster since 2006, Jacob Scher of Scher Select Media. All right, welcome to today's episode of Kitchen Remodeling Success Stories, where we dive into some of the most inspiring kitchen remodels. I'm excited to introduce our guest today, Carlos Mendoza of Queen City Cabinet, based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Queen City Cabinet LLC, owned and operated by Carlos, brings over 34 years of expertise to every project, specializing in IKEA kitchen cabinet installation refinishing, home renovation, flooring installation and repair, and so much more. They are committed to delivering top-quality craftsmanship with a focus on precision and customer satisfaction. Carlos, I'm thrilled to have you on the call with me today to talk about one of your most successful kitchen remodeling stories. Welcome to the call.
Morning. Hope you're doing well this morning.
I'm doing great.
Perfect.
All right, so set the scene. Tell me, where is this kitchen located that you transformed?
Well, there's like every kitchen has its own heart, what we call. Every kitchen design has its own style, different customers from different regions, countries, religions, anyhow. So we always do, kitchens based on what the customers want. But the ones that actually had a little bit more effect to us, it's few of them, but I'm just gonna talk about one or two maybe in a specific. The one that you always go. This is a kitchen that you go to and everything came out perfect. From the customers treating you like part of your family. And matter of fact, we starting their master bathroom yesterday. So
So it's
we did
ongoing.
their
This is
kitchen.
happening right now.
Oh yes.
Okay.
No, we finished their kitchen. Huge kitchen. And they went with IKEA cabinets. But they were not sure. Just to let you know, we've been doing IKEA cabinets for, I'll say 30. I don't want to say that amount of years, but we've been doing it.
A long
We've been
time.
doing it for quite a bit, quite a bit. And
Yeah.
they went with IKEA. And the first day since we arrived to this kitchen, like everything turned out well. Like communication with the customer, it's a plus. What they wanted, what we could do. They ask us, oh, can you do this? Because there's a lot of customers that they see, like DIY network or YouTube channels. Oh, I saw this. Can you do this? Yes, no, maybe so. Let us find out. Because with IKEA, for example, you can customize cabinets, you can customize a lot of stuff, but if you do that, then you lose your warranty. Because IKEA provide 25 years warranty. So if you customize some of their items, you won't, can
Right.
avoid it, the
Makes
warranty.
sense.
But anyhow, exactly.
Yeah.
So this kitchen went like well from day one.
This kitchen's in Charlotte?
It's in Morrisville. Which
Okay.
is about an hour from Charlotte, and everything
How did they
went
get to
well.
you? Where did they come from, this customer?
Actually, he went on Google. So he called a lot of people, and the one thing that he said, and I can give his name because I talked to him about your channel, and he's like, oh, I don't mind giving my name. Go ahead, I can tell all about it.
Sounds
Because
good.
he's extremely proud, and he's that type of person that he's kind of inviting his neighbors just to see his kitchen. So he's bragging about his kitchen, put it that way.
Terrific.
You know, yeah. So he's taking picture. He changed literally his profile that he has it with his wife on his phone. So he has his
Yeah.
kitchen. It's kind of funny. It
That's
is.
awesome.
It is. Yeah. So,
So
you
he loves
know,
his kitchen more than his family. That makes sense.
well, I put it this way: the kitchen is the one room that he spends most of his day. And that's where people gather, really. To do, you know, f- uh, to feed your family and talk about what happened at work and blah blah blah. And kitchen is one of the most. I'll say kitchen and bathrooms is the one of the most important rooms of the house. But yeah. So this kitchen in specific, like everything went well. We went only to change cabinets,
Hmm.
but then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? Just guttered the whole kitchen. And
Wow.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about gutter the whole kitchen? Yeah, like get get the drywall. Let's do electrical. I want to do plug lights, here and there in the ceiling. Just get everything out. The floor too. So the floor, it was okay. It was a tile floor. And we end up replacing the tile floor. I think it was 18 by 24 tiles. They were a bit
Hmm.
heavy.
Hmm.
Wait, let me tell you until what kind of floor we're going into this bathroom. It's like massive. We have to carry like with two people because it's kind of thick, about half-inch thick too, and porcelain. So yeah, this kitchen went like amazing. As a contractor, sometimes you get kitchens that you kind of scratching your head and be like,
Yeah.
how did I get into this?
Yeah.
Or oh God, you know what? I should have said no. But in this kitchen, everything was like perfect.
Okay, wait.
And
So wait, I want to ask you a little bit the process because it sounds like you had to make a big change halfway through. So at what point did he say that he got the whole thing? Was that early on before you actually got to work, or was it after you installed the cabinets? It makes a big
no,
difference, right?
that was actually when we start putting the first cabinets. We start putting the first cabinets, and him and his wife came up, and they went like this. They were serious. So I was like, "Oh God, did I say something?" Or
Something.
my guy,
Yeah,
my guy say something. My helper say something, or he did so something. But I was like thinking, I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Wait
right.
a minute. Okay, I gotta listen to this guy. So he was like, you know what, Carlos? I've been thinking about this, and I was like, okay, uh, how can I help you? It's like, yeah, you might help me. Okay, so I kind of, because he's kind of very particular with his yard, so I kind of looked at the window and see if my tires of my vehicle was kind of, touching his yard.
On the grass or
And
something. Yeah,
yes, yes. So he kind of looked out, and I was like, no, car is parked right on the driveway,
everything's
on the
fine. Yeah.
pavement. Yeah. So then he goes like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. And I was like, okay, yeah. And so is my wife. And then, his wife like, his wife goes like, start getting dramatic, just go for it. And I'm like,
Right.
okay. So yeah, I've been thinking about it. I want to replace the floor. Okay, yeah, we can replace it. Yeah, I want to add lights on the ceiling. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, but before that, we got to get all the drywall out. Gutter the whole kitchen. And that's when I said, what are you talking about when getting all the kitchen? Like everything. He said, everything to the studs. Okay, so okay, we'll do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So we end up replacing pretty much everything.
Okay, so what happens in terms of like the actual process? Like he says that you're like, okay, fine, happy to do it. I guess the initial estimate goes out the window. You guys have to sit down with
Yes.
them, make a new plan.
Yes.
How much time are we talking about? Because you were already there, like you're in the kitchen, you're putting in the first cabinet already.
Yeah.
What happens next? Yeah.
Well, we had to change literally, we had to do a change order, what we call, and where we add in new terms and time wise because we had customers right behind us,
Yeah, right.
so we
Yeah,
we we run a schedule, and when I said that everything go well or went well, this is what happened. So I said, let me talk to the customers and see if I can postpone them like a week or two, depending how long it's going to take that extra change order, and then we can go from there. Because we have to be respectful to others, on time,
absolutely.
others
Yeah.
customers' time. You're not going to believe that at that exact moment, I got a call from that customer
The
and
next
he
one.
said, "Yes." And he said, "Hey, Carlos, I just wanted to know if we can postpone it 2 more weeks because the
Wow.
product from the store." Exactly. Because the product from the store, it's not arriving in 2 weeks because due to, stock. They didn't have such of items and, we couldn't start the kitchen without this specific cabinets, that goes in
Mhm.
the corner. And I said, "No, sir, there's no problem at all. We
Yeah,
can wait for
perfect
you."
timing.
We had another customer right after as well that called us. I think it was 3 days after that day. That was on, I think that was on Wednesday or Thursday that he called us and it said the same thing. Hey, it's stock. It's been a little, delay. Is that okay if we can postpone it? I said, sir, no worries. Whenever it comes, you let us know, and then we'll go ahead and propose a new schedule time. So that's when I said that everything went well. We finished on the schedule with this customer, what we call the model kitchen. And yeah, we did pretty much everything in that kitchen. We did the new cabinets. Well, first of all, we did the demo. We did the demo. We did relocating new plumbing.
It's a good thing
We
the
put
demo came before you installed the IKEA stuff, right?
yes, 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 yes. But that was a thing. And then we end up putting like recess lights all over. I think it was like 10 or 11 of them. Yes. And then after that, we start like mudding everything, putting drywall, new insulation because the one that they had before, it had mold in it. You can never know what's behind it.
Right, until demo day.
Because humidity and all that. So
Yeah,
we end up taking everything, putting a new one. The plumbing, we changed the plumbing because in this specific part of the kitchen, when it's winter here in Charlotte it's not that bad, but recently it's been getting a little colder. But in this specific area the pipes kind of get frozen, so we end up changing from copper to a PEX, and then put insulation on the pipes as well and blah blah blah. So everything went well with this kitchen, and this guy was so happy. And like I said, he said, "Give my name so they can call me and verify that everything is true." Because there's a lot of people that they can add a little bit this and that, but this is true, like everything from the get-go. And then
amazing.
everything went well. So at the end we shake hands, and he said, and I just said, "Hey, I hope you enjoy your kitchen. Let us know if there's anything else that you might need." And then he said, "Yeah, matter of fact, you have to come back." So I started looking again, like, okay,
Getting
what he
worried.
saw that I didn't see, And I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, like what's going on?" And he said, "No, nothing. I love my kitchen. You have to come back to do my bathroom."
Ah,
Okay,
well, that's
yeah,
always
we'll
good to
come
hear.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Always add-ons always is good. So we end up coming back to do their bathroom, which we started yesterday, as I said. Um, and same thing. We went only to replace the tub to turn it into a regular shower. This is actually a 60 inches shower. So he went from a little one to 60 inches. And then we're doing that. Then that's it. That was it. Now he said the same thing yesterday. He said, "Gutter the whole bathroom." So
Yeah,
here we
more,
go.
more, more, more.
Yep, yep, yeah. I'm just hoping for the next client to call me and be like, "Hey, we can't do this because of
Delay
this."
again. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah. But
So,
I gave him enough time.
in terms of the how much time were you actually in the house for the kitchen after he made the change?
About we did pretty much 3.5 weeks in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you able to use the IKEA cabinets that he had purchased initially?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed on the layout. The only thing, it was add-ons, like, removing, drywall. The floor, it took us a little bit longer, because you had, I usually let them dry like 3-4 days, to be safe to walk on. Um, but that's pretty much it. The tile, we had to demo it because they already had tile, but they had like a 12 by 12, and it used to be white, but it was yellow already. Over the
Over
years, it's
time.
been
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. It's been, I think, 27 years since they
Wow.
purchased their home. So, but yeah, we have another kitchen that we did, and same thing. Customer said, "Hey, give my name if they ask you, here I am." Uh, Very
Wait, wait.
nice guy.
I want to finish with the first story though. So, was there something? So, when you talk about you discovering mold, that happened on demo day, right? That's when you guys
Yes,
found that out. Okay.
yes.
And I imagine since they're living in the house the whole time, right? Like, there's not
Hmm.
they didn't go anywhere for that 3.5 weeks. And so, what did you do to make it easier for them to be in the house? Like, could they use the kitchen at all? Like, did they have to stay out? Is there something special that you did for that?
Yes, we actually removed the kitchen and put it in another part of the house, even though they work from home, both of them.
Hmm.
So it was a little, like they said, a little tough, But
Yeah.
we removed the fridge and put it somewhere else. They had like a regular cooktop, for camping. So they were cooking outside because at the stove we literally removed everything out of the kitchen. And we kind of plastic all they had two entries for the kitchen, so we plastic with
Yep.
zipper,
Yep.
trying to control the dust, because dust, I'm telling you, dust travels more than problems. I'm telling you,
Sure.
they travel a lot. And then we kind of closed everything. Every day, we have a policy, treat our customer's house like it's yours or your mother's. Because then, if you do something on your mom's house, you're gonna be here like, "Hey, pick up that thing." So, so yeah, we always treat it like that. Clean up. Like 30 minutes before you leave. We kind of clean up, vacuum. We kind of spray water so we don't create dust while we're sweeping.
Hmm.
Little common sense things, and it's been working. Over the last 35 years that we've been in business, and it's been working ever since. And that's the one thing that probably, I don't want to talk about, other colleagues out there, but everybody has their own ways to do things. We learn over the years on what people are not doing. See what I mean?
Yeah. Make
uh,
you stand out.
Exactly. And that's the thing that we get a lot of calls as well from other new customers. Because we get a lot of calls from, "Oh yeah, I saw you on Google," or, or, "I saw your van," because our vans are already wrapped up, promoting, business out there. Not to mention, we're literally the only ones that has that IKEA logo in our vans, which is copyrighted, exactly. And actually, corporate was the one that implemented. They were like, "Okay, go ahead and put our logo into your van, so it has a
Cool.
little more credibility." Um,
Yeah. Sure.
and it's been working ever since. So every
Amazing.
time we're traveling, because we base here in Charlotte, but we cover all the Carolinas, so we can go north, south, we can go west or east. We went as far as the coast. We went as far as Tennessee, which is right there
Wow.
by the border. Yeah,
Yep.
we
Yep.
went all the way up to the border of Georgia, and we went to the border of West Virginia and Virginia. So we do a lot of driving. Yes.
Sounds like it.
When it comes to IKEA, yeah, we do a lot because there is a lot of there's a lot of people that do IKEA installation, but not everybody knows the system.
Right.
What I should say,
That's why you're
you know,
officially a partner. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And
So
we know
what
the
was
system.
what was your favorite aspect of this kitchen that you did for them?
It was
Aside from the fact that everything went so well, of course. That's always
it
great.
it it was it was the way that everything, like, we did the measurements. We did the design. Um, so we already knew where everything was gonna be. But if you ask me, you know, how everything or why everything went well, I think it was communication with customer. Communication was a key fact because we were kind of communicating with the customer. This is what's going to be, and that's what we were delivering. Time wise, we're going to start this day at this time. We're going to finish at this time, and this is what's going to be done. And trust me, he was on the point. When I said 3:30, we're going to start sweeping, he showed up at 3:30 when we were sweeping. You know, so that I think that the communication factor was the key. Because
And that's
he
because you were
was.
seeing them in the house? Like, you were constantly talking with them while they were in the house?
No, that was at the beginning of the day. I always, when we showed up at the first thing in the morning, I was telling them what was the routine for the day. Hey, we're gonna start here, we're gonna start there. I know they work a lot on the phone, so we were trying to keep, the noise as
Quiet.
low as
Yeah.
possible. Yes. And we even had some sort of a barrier for the doors, like insulation board, for the noise not to come out much as regular. But everything went well. Like I said, everything on this kitchen specifically. I mean, we get kitchens that like I was telling you before. Oh God, why did I say yes? Or I already knew that this was gonna happen,
Yeah.
but I was risking my time. But we did it. Okay, we got it. We solved it. But on this kitchen, like everything went well. Communication, time was time wise, like everything, some, like, for example, yesterday, on plumbing, like on all plumbing, you start like trying to getting the shut off valves, removing them to remove the cabinets. Yesterday, all the pipe broke, and I got totally wet. And and we already knew that because we saw the pipes like yellowish, like
Yeah, they're
yellowish.
so old. Yeah.
Yeah, so old. And I was telling them, like, you might want to change this pipes because this pipes not gonna last longer. And he said, yeah, I think so too. As soon as I touched it and I turned the valve off, that
That's it.
thing, like, pff, it popped. And
Wow.
then every one of them is start popping because it's a double vanity. So you have four actually. And then the shower, when the tub, when we remove the tub, as soon as we touched it, that thing popped again. Luckily, there was no water because we already shut off the general, the main one. But I was like, listen, we're not here to, find out which pipe is going to be the next. Let's go ahead and
Right.
change everything, And since he wasn't prepared, I said, no worries. We'll take care of it. Just get the materials. We'll get it. We'll do it for free. No worries.
Yeah.
Just because we understood. And this guy gave us so much business that you got to be appreciated somewhat.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean?
And
Yeah.
like you said, he wanted to share picture. He changed the picture on his phone. He loved the work that you guys
Yes.
did for him so much. It's
And we're
he
and we're
clearly
and we're
loves working
doing
with you.
and we're doing the other bathroom as well after we finish this one. So it's one
Terrific.
after another one, you know? And great people. I mean, it's like when you go to customers' houses, sometimes you feel the vibe, you know? And we felt this vibe at this house. It's like peaceful, like
Yeah.
we stayed working like.
Easy place to work.
Yes, and you don't have there's kitchens that you kind of watching be like, yeah, I gotta leave in a couple minutes because you sense, and I've been through that. I've been through that. Being Hispanic, I don't want to talk about it, but being Hispanic, Sometimes we get those vibes, even though they hire us because our expertise. But sometimes we feel those things, And but in this house, trust me, it was like nothing. That guy, even he goes like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to lunch with my wife. Just be make yourself at home." Or
Very cool.
sometimes
Yeah. Easygoing.
yeah, he said, "Hey, I'm going to go out, for a concert out of town, and here's the keys. Just make yourself. This is the, what you call the entry the safe, the numbers, to get into
The
the
code.
alarm
Yeah. The
for the
alarm
house.
code.
Yes, the code,
Wow.
and yeah, and that's how trustful these people
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And it's just because the way we spoke from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not here to
You have a
see
great
any.
reputation.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's the thing too, there's a lot of customers that has been working with us, and hand to hand, and communication. That's when I say communication. We tell them from the beginning, yes we can, yes we might. Let me find out for you, because when it's something new, like we have a customer once that he wanted it was a wall cabinet, and I think it was like a 15 by 40 from IKEA, but he wanted to add something to the cabinet. It was like a pull-out shelf to go like a plate, to put like dishes and stuff. And I said, I have never done it before, but let me find out if we can do it with IKEA." So I called corporate and I said, "Listen, the customer wants to do this. Yeah, but that actually warranty for that cabinet is going to be void."
Right.
So
Because it's
I
custom.
explained it exactly. So I explained it to the customer, and the customer said, "Yeah, I don't mind. If I have to replace it, I'll replace it later. It's a couple of bucks," what he
Yeah.
says.
They know what they
And
want.
we did it. And we did it. It took me probably a little bit more time to try to find out how to do it,
Yeah.
but I gained some experience as well, because now I can tell customers, "Hey, you can have this." you know?
Hmm.
So
Terrific.
this is like on a kitchen remodel, something, but you don't know nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
Well,
always
you learn as you
go
go. Good.
learning. Exactly. You
Yeah.
learn as you
Yeah.
go. And every
Yeah.
customer has their own ways to do their things, or, well, we have a lot of customers that they design their kitchens based on what they grew up on their mom's kitchen, or they actually go, "Hey, can you go to my mom's house and look at their kitchen, and can you do something like this in my kitchen, the same layout?" It's because their memories, their childhood memories, they're already in there, so they want to bring that to their own home. So that's when we said, yeah, we talk when we work with customers hand to hand. And I said, "Give me your input and we can deliver. If you tell me how to build it, I can build it." You know,
Okay.
and
Well,
yeah,
Carlos,
and
we're going to have to end on that. We
yeah,
could keep
I'm
talking.
telling you, you got to do a season 2, because there's a lot to talk. I'm telling you,
Yeah, I
there's a
know.
lot.
All right. Well, listen, clearly your customers love working with you. You have lots of
Yes.
great reviews on Google. You're an official partner of IKEA. Where can people reach you? Where's the best place for people to, if they don't see your van driving around, what's the best place for them to reach out to you?
Well, they can always visit us on our website, queencitycabinet.com,
Hmm.
www. I don't think we use www anymore.
It
We
doesn't
just
matter.
go
It'll get
straight to
there.
the
They'll
fact.
find it on
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah, queencitycabinet.com. You can find us on Google, Facebook. We're doing this new thing, what's it called? TikTok, I think. I'm not
Yep.
really good
TikTok.
with these
Sure.
things. My
Yeah.
wife and
Yeah.
my kids, they're the ones that do it.
Sure.
And yeah, it's a family-owned business. It's a
That's
family-owned
great.
business, and
Yeah.
we kind of we're here to help. We're here to serve.
Awesome.
You tell us how you want us to build it, we build it for you. You know?
Terrific. Carlos, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Now that you know how to turn a simple kitchen remodel into a full-scale home upgrade, let me show you how to attract clients who will appreciate a transformation like that from start to finish. I've created something special for you that you can try with just a few clicks. It's a return on investment calculator that reveals how many more ideal clients you could gain by applying a simple, often overlooked marketing strategy. Click the link below to access the ROI calculator right now. And don't miss out on the kind of dream projects that can define your business. When a kitchen remodel suddenly becomes a much bigger project, the schedule can collapse unless you have a plan. Carlos Mendoza's project started as a simple IKEA cabinet install, but midway through, the client decided to gut the entire kitchen, replace floors, redo electrical and plumbing, and add lighting. Instead of panicking, Carlos made one critical move. He reached out to upcoming clients immediately. By sheer luck, two of them had material delays and happily postponed, freeing up weeks to finish the expanded project on time. This flexibility didn't happen by accident, though. Carlos runs a schedule that allows for slight buffers, maintains strong client relationships, and keeps communication open at all times. Other remodelers have used similar tactics. For example, Jericho Home Improvements in Kansas City uses swing crews to fill sudden gaps, and Jackson Design and Remodeling in San Diego, California, keeps a vetted subcontractor network on standby. The key takeaway: expect the unexpected. Build buffers, maintain great client rapport, and you can turn a surprise scope change into a success story without missing deadlines. What's the biggest mid-project change you've ever had to handle in a kitchen remodel? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see how to attract more clients who will value a smooth, start-to-finish transformation just like this, grab our ROI calculator using the link in the description, also below. Thanks again to Carlos Mendoza of Queen City Cabinet in Charlotte, North Carolina for the kitchen remodeling success story and insights. And thank you for watching and listening to today's episode of Kitchen Remodeling Success Stories, where each success story helps you build a better kitchen and a better kitchen remodeling business.